Welcome to the Come Join the High Life Podcast, home of the hustlers, the innovators, the gifted, and the honorable, where we stay high on love, high on impact, high on faith, and high on energy. So if that sounds like you or what you represent, you're definitely in the right place. Welcome to the Come Join the High Life Podcast. Welcome, y'all, to another episode of the Come Join the High Life Podcast. I am your host, Mr. High Life Films.
And I am your co-host, Trumeeyka. How y'all doing?
Yes, I'm doing great, actually. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful as well. Thank you.
Good. So today. So today, I wanted to pick a subject that I know that isn't really talked about. Well, it's been a little crazy over the last couple of weeks or whatever, last couple of months, but usually history shows us that this hasn't been in the school system, like teaching us this subject. So today's episode is called Becoming Your Own Bank. So, in school, they teach us a lot, math, science, English, foreign language, all that good stuff, PE, one of my favorite subjects. But they don't go into financial literacy and financial awareness and, life insurance and how to save and how credit cards, how not to get it in debt and how to use credit cards and all that great stuff. So I wanted to talk about, becoming your own bank today, because that's a little hack, a little something that's been around for years, been around since before I was born. And, we're going to talk about that a little today with someone that I know for sure knows their stuff. Like, I've become my own bank because of this next person that we're going to talk to. And I'm speaking of them like they're not right here on the screen with us already, but they're already here because it's Miss Trumeeyka Hawkins, our financial expert that teaches us about, life insurance, teaches us about how to become our own bank. Like when somebody said that, become your own bank. Ross said it best, or I can go buy a bank. I know my money's safe. And when he said that, he didn't actually mean that, he's going to go buy a bank. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I think when I heard that was he's not going to go buy his own bank. He's going to become the bank. And by hanging around with Trumeeyka, I've learned that I can be my own bank. So we're going to dive into that today. And first off, everyone know who you are, but can you reintroduce yourself to our listeners today?
Yes, of course. So my name is Trumeeyka and I am your life insurance matchmaker. And so we're going to talk about being your own bank today. And it's very essential, especially right now in these times. And it's definitely not traditional. It's not your traditional, topic. Like you said, Mr. High Life, you don't learn these things in school, not even in college. You have to find out these things once you go through life. And if it wasn't taught in the household, then eventually, sometimes people don't find out until later on, in life, but it's definitely, important. And like
nobody really want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody want to hear that about, life insurance. Who want to talk about life insurance?
Because I'm gonna die. You know what? That is just, it's very interesting to me because life insurance, it should be, mandatory. It should definitely be a priority, especially if you have a family and a wife, anybody that's dependent on you, whether, it is your family, whether it's your siblings, whether it's your parents that's dependent on you, your grandparents, life insurance,
your business partner
as well. Key man policies is very, very important, especially if you are in a partnership. So today we're going to talk about being your own bank and how you can actually become your own bank. And you said it best, Mr. High Life. I could go and buy a bank. I know my money's safe. Rick Ross, when I tell you, he snapped on that. And I love that he did, because financial literacy is so important. And how can you become your own bank? Life insurance. It's just simple as that. Life insurance, and making sure that it is structured correctly. That way you can maximize the benefits and take advantage of all the benefits that life insurance does provide. So what type of life insurance that you can become your own bank? Not term life insurance, all right? Because term life insurance, it lasts for a limited period of time. So that could be 10 years, that could be 20 years, that could be 30 years. you want to make sure that you are acquiring a permanent life insurance policy, a IUL, which stands for Index Universal Life. This is how you can become your own bank.
This is the difference between life insurance for your life and life insurance from your death, is what you're saying?
Life insurance is life insurance. You can use life insurance, while you still living, of course. And I think that's where the misconception comes in at, and why, we have a lack of understanding when it comes to life insurance, because it's traditionally spoken, oh, life insurance is for when you pass away. But no, life insurance is life insurance over your life and everything that's in it. That's your life, that's your health, that's your finances, that's your retirement. So just like how you have auto insurance and home insurance, and it protects you whenever you have some sort of accident, that's exactly what life insurance it does. And what I love about being your own bank is you have different perks, you have different benefits that you could take advantage of. Or as life insurance or being your own bank, it is tax-free to be your own bank. All right. You do get tax advantages. Also, you can use it as collateral, which is very important. So you can use it also, we in real estate. So investing in real estate, you can borrow from your policy, which allows you to invest in different type of business ventures. So with that being said, this is another tool that you can utilize to create wealth.
So pretty much you're saying that I can pull from my policy and go start a business?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And I highly recommend it. But what we do want to remember is you want to make sure that whenever you borrow from your policy, make sure that you treat it like it's the bank. So if you borrowing anything from the bank, they are going to want their money back with interest. So you make sure that you pay yourself back with interest as well. Now, the great thing about being your own bank, you're able to gain 5+% interest. You may gain 5% interest this year. You may gain 10% interest the next year. Where can you gain that much interest where there's no risk? All right. It's private, it's protected, has security. There's so many benefits to being your own
question. I got a question. So say for instance, I have $100,000 policy, an IUL, and I pull 50,000 from it to go start a business, right? Does that make my IUL go down to, you're saying I get 5% on my money? Does my money go down to 50% gaining interest, or 50,000 is gaining interest, or still that $100,000 is still gaining interest?
Well, that 50,000 is going to be gaining interest. So how it works is if you have 100,000, or if you contribute 100,000 to your policy and you borrow 50,000 to invest in some sort of, business venture, real estate, whatever the case may be, then the remaining 50,000 is going to continue to grow. So not only are you earning interest, investing the 50,000 that you just borrowed so that you can gain a return, but you're also gaining a return as your money's sitting.
Okay. I know we done skipped a lot of because I understand it, but a lot of people don't really understand what we're talking about when it comes to the IUL. So if you can elaborate on the IUL, the difference between the IUL permanent, maybe to show them kind of the difference, because I understand it, but I don't know if everybody that's tuned in today understands what exactly the power of the IUL.
Yeah, so the power of the IUL, when you talk about your life insurance policy, so let me just break it down to the permanent life insurance policy. Now, your IUL policy, that's permanent. All right. Then you have your whole life insurance. So there's two different type of permanent life insurance. You have your permanent or your whole life insurance, and then you have your index universal life, which is your IUL. Your whole life insurance, that offers you guarantees. All right. So what do I mean by guarantees? Well, specifically what you're going to have in your cash value, which is your bank. Your cash value is your bank. All right. So specifically what you're going to have in your cash value at a certain age. So you may be gaining 4% interest on your funds. That's all you're going to gain with the whole life insurance. Far as IUL, which is an index universal life, it's index, all right, and it mirrors the S&P 500, which means that you can gain 4% this year, you can gain 5%, you can gain 10% interest on your earned income. And that's the difference between a whole life insurance and an index universal, is that you're able to gain more in an index universal, but they're both permanent life insurance that's protected.
What's the most you can gain in your IUL?
The most you can gain, 12%.
Okay.
With some insurance companies.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yes, it is. You will never gain that with your bank. All right. And one of the things that I do want to mention is you have 3 entities. Okay. You have the consumer, you have the bank, and you have the insurance company. We, as consumers, we are traditionally programmed to go directly to the bank. This is where we put all our money. This is where we depend on our retirement. This is where we save. All right. The bank is traditionally programmed to go directly to the insurance company. The bank have a banking insurance, which means if the bank is smart enough to go to the source, we have to also go to the source as well, so that we can gain the maximum amount of returns.
Yeah, skip the middleman, for real. Yeah. When I tell you, I feel that, and I'm glad that I know you to even have this information like in the back of my head at all times. I don't say that we don't discuss it a lot, but it is a discussion at our dinner table. Mm-hmm. Just getting our stuff together. You got me together, but it's just like these IUL like 12% on my money, and I can use it. It's like getting rid of that middleman, like go straight to the source. Like why even with the how the market is nowadays and the banks collapsing, and I can go to the bank and put the money in, but for me to get my money out, it's always a problem. And so why not just start off in a permanent policy is amazing as well. So don't get it twisted. Permanent policy 4%, you say? Oh, I could do that all day long, because a bank ain't give you nothing. But a whole lot. I mean, but a bank ain't gonna give you nothing with like 0.000000000 and something ridiculously low. And you won't. I mean, they're taking your money and making so much money off of your money, and they're giving you problems when you want to get some of it. So why not go directly to the source? And that's why I love this. Is a play of like the Warren Buffetts of the world. Like Warren Buffett buy multiple whole life policies every year, if I'm mistaken. You know what I mean? I forgot what book we were reading, and it said that he buy multiple every year. So he knows to put his money in these life insurance policies. And now I can go invest it. And if I'm gonna pay somebody some interest, I'd rather it pay to me. Why not me make the money and I keep the interest, and I can see my money grow. So yeah, that's why I just love this stuff about becoming your own bank is literally life changing to me.
It's definitely life changing, and it's important that we teach these vital tips to our kids. It's important that we teach
to our parents too.
Yeah. It's important that we teach these important financial tips to our kids, to our parents, to our peers. And I most importantly say our kids, because, we never know when our last day gonna be, right? And when we instill certain things in our kids, that gives them a head start. So, for example, if you are telling your kids, hey, life insurance, you can utilize your life insurance for your health. If you were to get in some sort of, critical, have a critical condition or any type of medical condition where the doctor diagnosed you with a terminal illness, a critical illness, a critical injury, or a chronic illness, you can tap into your life insurance money. Hey, that's there waiting for you. Hey, if you want to invest in some sort of, real estate, if you want to get married, right, you can tap into your life insurance money. And you can utilize that. You can utilize it for investments, all types of things, right? Even with some life insurance companies, you have discounted rates for theme parks, rental cars, hotels. So life insurance is way more than just death. No GoFundMe needed. I say that all the time. No GoFundMe needed. Life insurance is way too affordable for you to be creating a GoFundMe or getting creative to bury, a loved one. So, yep, I keep it on me. What my wristbands at? What my wristbands? No GoFundMe needed. I am protected. Yes. So if you guys also want a wristband, make sure that you do get with us and we can ship you a wristband as well. So, but you got to make sure that you get life insurance. That's the only how you're going to get a
We ain't gonna be out. I was just gonna say we ain't gonna be out here false advertising. You talking about you protected and you ain't protected.
Yeah,
So
protected.
I just wanted to tell you, I don't know if I think I told you multiple times, but I just want to tell you thank you because I had life insurance before, but I didn't understand it. You know, I think my grandmother had life insurance on me, and I didn't really truly understand it. The insurance man came monthly. She paid him some money, he gave her a receipt. He left. All I said is, hey, Mobus is the insurance man at the door. That's all I did. The only part I knew. I didn't sit there and be like, okay, what are we getting? Okay, how is this helping me? Stuff. I didn't get informed. So I just want to tell you, thank you for giving me this information. So now if I don't share it with my family, that's on me. It ain't just because I'm out here wondering. It's three types of people in the world: people that make it happen, people that watch it happen, and people that wonder what happened. And I don't want to be the one that wondering about life insurance and how amazing it is and why I don't have enough. But now dealing with you and you being my partner, you opened me up and now I can say I'm my own bank and my family is covered. If something happened to me tomorrow, they good. And now the part that all I have to figure out now is teaching them how to handle large sums of money, teaching them how to handle the responsibility of having some funds come in and and you done lost your dad and you in a bad place. That's the last thing you got to think about now is funds. The only thing you're gonna be thinking about is how to distribute, how to invest, how to make sure I got a policy, how to make sure my next generation is good because my dad gave me a nice little alley-oop. And I just wanted to tell you thank you. And I want to give a shout out to all the life insurance agents out here that are really doing it the right way. Like that's why I love PHP and you being a part of that because they taught you the right way and how to not just be looking for some life insurance agents. They just be coming there looking for the money and they want to get as much out of you as they can in a short amount of time. You actually going here and you're showing us how to become your own bank, how to actually show you how much coverage you would really need if something happened to you. It don't matter if you want to get cremated. Yeah, some people say, "Oh, I just want to get cremated." Cremation costs $5,000 off rip. That's just for the cremation. We ain't gonna talk about the gathering of all your family or whatever you want to do after you go on. But just being educating and knowing that there's someone out there that's forever pouring into my mind about the insurance wise, as far as investing, using it to start a business, using it to invest in real estate. I promise you, I just want to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for my family. I'm speaking for everyone that comes on your live webinars that you do every week. Like you changing lives by just serving, by just doing what you see. You said that you saw a void, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yes. And you know what? You're welcome. I appreciate you. And yeah, there's a void. There's definitely a void in the community and our culture. There's a lack of information about life insurance. There's a lot of people that don't know much about life insurance, don't know where to start, don't know how much life insurance they need, don't know what type of coverage to get. And my job is to make sure that I protect as many families as possible, but most importantly, educate our community. So you're welcome. Thank you.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job for sure, for sure. But so this is just a little tease, a little tip of the iceberg, to be honest with you, because you can go so deep when it comes to this life insurance play about becoming your own bank. So if anyone would like to get in contact with you, True, and learn a little bit more about becoming their own bank, how can they get in contact with you? How can they follow you?
So I actually just released the ebook. It's called The Simple ABCs of Life Insurance, 7 Steps to Understanding the Basics and Becoming Your Own Bank. Make sure that you guys go out and get the ebook. So much information in the ebook. You can get it at beyourownbankebook.com. And to get in contact with me, Trumeeyka Hawkins on Facebook and on Instagram _Queen of True _.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving us a little teaser. We're going to definitely continue this I was thinking about starting a segment where we just talk about financial literacy every week, but we're gonna get the logistics together with everything, with all of that. But thank you so much for taking your time today to give us a little knowledge about becoming our own bank.
Oh,
I
for
know
sure.
I could buy my own bank. I know my money's safe. You feel me? I know it's safe if I got it and I'm in control of it. I know it's safe. So
Yes.
I ain't got to worry about nobody hit me with no overdraft fees, hit me with no late fee penalties, no fees and all that extra stuff. And then I go pick up my money. I want to get 10,000. Now I got to sit in here for 10 hours and tell y'all why it is me. That's the same person that's been putting the money in. Is the same person that's taking it out. And I got to get some blood from my mama, and I got to get the social security numbers of my first two children just to get my money. Like,
Go
until
through a
you
whole process, right?
okay. So I really appreciate this episode, and we're definitely going to keep diving into this, and we're going to make sure that you guys know that life insurance that's the way, y'all. I'm telling you,
That's the hack.
get educated. Hey, get educated now, or just get left behind. Be a wanderer. Don't be that. If you're gonna be a wanderer, don't wander around me. Because we over here doing and watching. We're doing and watching, and we're becoming. Because I definitely have become my own bank. I look to do more. I want to get my Warren Buffett on. So I definitely implore you guys, make sure you guys get that ebook. What is it again?
Yes, the simple ABCs of life insurance, 7 steps to understanding the basics and becoming your own bank. Go and get the ebook.
7 steps. This has been another wonderful episode of the Come Join the High Life Podcast. I am Mr. High Life Films.
And I am Trumeeyka Hawkins.
Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next episode.